So, you know, I mentioned before we got flooded in Hurricane Sandy. Well, I had the good fortune of having the most amazing contractor of Frank Rea Construction, Mr. Frank Rea, who fixed me up really well. And I asked my good friend Camille, who is a woman of many talents, one of which is she's a great interior decorator, and I'm just no good at that. And I mean, I'm so bad, like I'll look at something like a wall hanging and I'll feel like a very strong emotion. So, but I don't know, it's either beautiful or hideous. I can't tell. It's on one end or the other. It got so bad that when she's laughing because it's true. She took these pictures and she said, "Jeanne, these look like crap. Do you care?" And I couldn't even answer. I didn't even know if I cared. I mean, I'm just not good. So I asked her to help me, and she was so gracious. She helped me. But the best part was watching Frank and Camille. You two should start a business together, Frank and Camille. Watching them interact with each other, because they've been friends for many, many years, since grade school, right? So it would start like this. Poor Frank, he'd be breaking his back, putting in my kitchen. Camille would come in. She'd make a beeline for the kitchen. She'd look around. She'd zero in on something. And she'd go to Frank. "Well, that looks like shit." And Frank would go, "Mingya, what? What now? Camille, why are you even here? What? That gap between the cabinet and the ceiling, face culo, you could fly a plane through that thing." And Frank would say, "Oh, Camille, thank God you're here. Thank Jesus and thank the patron saints of construction that you came here today to help me out. Because I haven't been doing this very long. No, thank God you're here." And then he'd say, "Did it ever occur to you, you chooch, that maybe I'm not finished?" And she'd say, all right. So then they'd exchange pleasantries. "How you doing? Ba ba ba. How's the wife? How's the husband?" But just both cheeks. "Hey, Camille," Frank says, I'm looking forward to Saturday. We're gonna go to Arthur Avenue, get some really good food. We'll go back to your house, cook it up. It'll be delicious. She says, "I'm looking forward to it too, Frank." So as she leaves, she says, "Hey, Frank, don't forget the coolers, okay?" He goes, "Manaja, what are you talking about? Don't forget coolers. We don't need no coolers. What do we need coolers for? I'll tell you what, Camille. We'll go to the Bronx. I'm gonna get all the eels, the calamar, the scungili, the sausage, the provatello, the pratatana, this and that. I'm gonna tie it to the roof of my truck and let it bake in the fucking hot sun, all the way from Arthur Avenue to your fancy little gated community in Syosset or wherever the frick you live." So Camille uncharacteristically calmly looks at him. "Okay, Frank, I'll see you Saturday. Oh, and apatangu." And as she left, I thought to myself, these two really love each other. It's a thing.